Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RotoBaller Radio Waiver Wire Series. I'm your host, Anthony Aniano. Happy to be with you here today as we take a look at some hitters available on the waiver wire for Fantasy Baseball Week 11, the week beginning Monday, June 20th. Folks, don't forget to win big in 2022 with rotoballer.com's MLB and DFS Premium Pass, which includes 15 exclusive lineup tools, daily DFS cheat sheets, and our new Team Sync platform. Use RotoBaller's exclusive hitter projections, pitching planners, DFS value plays, research stations, lineup optimizer, and more to help you win big. For a limited time, get MLB's Premium Pass for an extra 10% off using the promo code ACES. Visit rotoballer.com, sign up today, and start rotoballing like a boss. All right, everybody. Week 11, Monday, June 20th, and an exciting week on the waiver wire because we have two top prospects scheduled to be recalled and join their major league club. Guys, as always, full disclosure, recording this the morning of Saturday, June 18th, so numbers will change between now and maybe when you put your waiver wire claims in. Okay, so be mindful of that. And as always, Yahoo roster percentages at or about 40%. And we always throw a catcher at you. So Christian Betancourt of the Oakland Athletics is the catcher of the week to add. Also first base eligible, about 30% rostered on Yahoo. I saw him go in leagues last week as well. So hopefully we're not too late. On the season now, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs, 20 runs scored. And even with those 4 home runs, 4 stolen bases, 254 batting average and a 291 on base percentage, 709 OPS. Hits third or fourth in that Oakland lineup. And he's red hot over the last 14 days with a 324 batting average and 3 of his 4 home runs. So as you continue to scramble behind the plate sometimes, like we do, especially in a 2-catcher format, Betancourt is available in about 70% of leagues. Now, strong middle infield list here today. Most of them focusing on speed. But we start with the top middle infield. And really, remember now, we lost Ozzie Albies. That's the big miss. Power-speed combination is out. So now we got to try to make that up somehow. You know, Josh Hayes, Scott Angle, and I talked about how we go about doing that all week over on SiriusXM Radio. All right, obviously the top ad in the middle infield is the Pirate rookie Oneil Cruz. Okay, one of the top prospects in baseball. Depending on the format, depending on the league, depending on if you have room for rookies and guys in the minor leagues, he is or is not available. But on Yahoo, he is coming into this recording only 34% rostered. So maybe there's a chance, okay? This year down at AAA, he hit 232 with a 339 on base percentage. Now, he did show the power speed, right? What you drafted Albies for. And I know Albies is second base. Oneil Cruz is shortstop. Well, maybe you have a middle infielder who's second base eligible. Maybe you got to get creative with your lineup to fill second and then get Cruz in. I'm not worried about filling the position, okay? I'm worried about filling the stats. And Oneil Cruz, 9 home runs, 11 stolen bases down at AAA this year, okay? In 2021 in the minor leagues, he hit about 280 with 13 home runs and 21 steals. So the power speed combo kind of is a simulator. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Simulates what Ozzie Albies did for you, or what you hope he did for you. Remember, Albies wasn't really running. He only had 3 stolen bases at the time of his injury. So Oneil Cruz, the must-add, the top add, if available, if you're looking for a middle infielder. Now, other middle infielders who are available who can maybe give you close but not quite everything Ozzie Albies gives you. Amed Rosario of the Cleveland Guardians is 44% rostered. Shortstop, outfield eligible. Now, he doesn't have the power upside of Albies. He's only got 1 home run on the year. He's only hitting 270 on the year. He's actually got a higher on-base percentage on the year than Albies with 300. But he does have 7 stolen bases on the year, does Amed Rosario. Now, over the last 14 days, Rosario's hitting 373 with 4 stolen bases, 12 runs scored, and 5 RBIs, hitting second in that Cleveland Guardians lineup. Okay, Ezekiel Duran of the Texas Rangers, second base, shortstop, third base eligible. Okay, On the season, which has been in that 14-day period, 308, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, none runs scored, 2 stolen bases. A little bit of pop, a little bit of speed, nice batting average. On-base percentage is 321. OPS is 840. Second highest of anybody on my list today is Ezekiel Duran of the Rangers, 34% rostered. Luis Garcia of the Washington Nationals, mentioned him last week. He stays hot. On the season, it's 343. Over the last 14 days, it's 375. 2 homers, 10 RBIs, 6 runs scored on the year. An OPS of 850, the highest OPS of anybody on the list because of that on-base percentage of 357. But he doesn't run. No stolen bases. Has never run at really any point in his career. So not going to help you there, making up for Ozzie Albies. And finally, the ultimate steal ad is John Birdie of the Miami Marlins, who's just completely running buck wild right now once he gets on base. 42% rostered, second base, third base, and outfield eligible. Okay, on the season, it's 275. Over the last 14 days, it's 262. But the on-base percentage is terrific. It's 378. The OPS is 772. 2 home runs on the year, 11 RBIs, 21 runs scored. But really, we're here to talk about the stolen bases. He's up to 15 on the year now, with 9 over the last 14 days. He's just decided basically to say, to hell with this, I'm running. Okay, and that's what John Birdie is doing. So, we look at these middle infielders. O'Neal Cruz is number 1. If I need the speed, it's clearly John Birdie number 2. Okay, the batting average help will come from Luis Garcia, Ezekiel Duran. Ezekiel Duran flashing a little bit of power speed combo. 2 home runs, 2 stolen bases. And Ahmed Rosario throws in outfield eligibility as well to go along with the middle infield eligibility. Now, if you need corner infield help, okay, this is where you're going to find some power off the waiver wire. Jake Berger, okay, mentioned him last week, of the Chicago White Sox. Missed a couple of games over the last week. Was out 2 or 3 games, but he was back in the lineup as of Friday night and hitting 5th in the whites for the White Sox. And Jake Berger's thrown himself into the Rookie of the Year conversation in the American League. 31% rostered, okay, 265 on the year, 8 homers, 23 RBIs, 18 runs scored. On base percentage sits at 313, and the OPS is over 800 at 806. Over the last 14 days, he's been even hotter. Half of his home runs, 4 of his 8 homers, 10 of his 23 RBIs, and over those last 14 days, hitting 361. On the other corner, we have Nate Lowe of the Texas Rangers, first base corner infield eligible. He's up to 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and a 275 batting average on the year. 753 OPS with a 321 on-base percentage. Hits 5th or 6th in that Texas Rangers lineup. Now remember, I actually added last year Nate Lowe early in the year as a corner infielder, and by the time you looked at it, he never came out. Finished the year with 18 home runs and 72 RBIs last year. So there is a consistent level of power and run production that Texas gets out of Nate Lowe. Over his last 14 days, he's hitting 321, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. And he sits at about 35% rostered right now on Yahoo. So you got Berger and Lowe at the corner infield. Now, at the outfield position, again, another prime prospect, one of the top 5 prospects in baseball, getting called up for the game later today, Saturday, for the Detroit Tigers, and that's Riley Green. 45% rostered, so people are aware he's coming up. People know who he is, okay? Last season, in between AA and AAA, he hit 300 with about 24 home runs and 16 stolen bases. This season, remember, he was hurt at the start of the year, missed a lot of it. He's now healthy, sent them down AAA, got a few at-bats, hit 274 with 3 steals and 1 home run, but the power will play. He's coming up to Detroit, and he's playing every day. That's why he's my top outfield ad. My other outfield ad, if you need power, Adam Duvall is doing what Adam Duvall does, which is be super streaky, and right now he's on the positive side of that streak. Over his last 14 days, he's hitting 282 with 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 11 runs scored for the Atlanta Braves, hitting 7th in their lineup. On the season, it's 204, 7 homers, 25 RBIs, but we know what Duvall can do. When he gets hot, he's super dangerous. But when he's not, he's completely droppable. Right now, he's on a hot streak. You may want to add him if you need a utility bat for some power. This is a guy who hit 38 home runs and drove in 113 RBIs last year. And he's only at 39% rostered. All right. Catcher, Christian Bethancourt. Middle infield, it was a long list as we try to make up for Ozzie Albies. O'Neal Cruz, John Birdie, Luis Garcia, Ezekiel Duran, Ahmed Rosario. Corner infield and outfield is where you're going to find your power. Jake Berger at third base, Nate Lowe at first base, or Adam Duvall in the outfield, and obviously Riley Green. If I had to rank them, if I had Ozzie Albies, I got to put O'Neal Cruz as my top ad. If I didn't lose that middle infielder, if I didn't lose Albies, I'm going to put Riley Green 1 and then O'Neal Cruz 2. That's how I'm going to list those two rookies heading into this week's waiver wire. All right, everybody. Don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com, sign out for everything there. Check out all the great content. Make sure you like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel. And hopefully you checked out the waiver wire pitcher video as well. Follow me on Twitter at @Aniano Fantasy. Stay smart, stay safe, everybody, and we will see you next time. Have a good one, folks.